Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The message behind saying the title of the Heavyweight Podcast is to be able to say that we can weigh in on some heavy shit. You know, what we're talking about is important from every aspect of it. It's a heavy weight. It's not just about physical weight, but the weight of things that can weigh our minds. So I think it's dope that we can have this conversation. What's good? This is episode 112 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys. Go ahead and state your name for the beautiful people out here.
Mr. Kevin Wendell, Big Lip Drip. What up? What up? That's probably a terrible name. I shouldn't have said that. I should.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want no drippy lips.
He said Big Lip Drip.
Right?
Can we confirm what lips you talking about, sir?
Yeah, if it's a drip from the other lip.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was talking.
Ooh. Do you even want
The soup coolers. The soup coolers.
It's your boy Mo Lethal.
You can make the other lip drip.
Hey, and they call me Hunter.
That'd be a good, I guess. Make the other lip drip, Ellis.
Yeah, that's long.
That's what she said.
Pause. I think I say pause. I'm old now.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I guess I should stick to my age. What's up?
That's what she said?
No, never. Niggas their age ain't got a pension.
That is true. How are your weeks?
Mine was lovely. I'm now closer to 40. One more year.
Damn.
One more year. I saw that now, and I was like, man.
And it's amazing. There's people half your age that wish they had your hairline. So,
trying to make it more of a custom thing.
There's some 20-year-olds out there I've seen. I'm like, you're 20? Cat.
Oh yeah. I work with a cat like that. I'd be laughing at him. I was like, you just might as well cut it, homie. Like,
You know what's so fucked up about that? That is nothing that you can do on your own.
yeah, you can cut it. It looked like dirt. Like it looks like dirt now.
Tell Tracy McGrady and LeBron James and
Right?
all these motherfuckers.
Right? It's
Just
like, why
let
do you
that
gotta
shit go?
let it
They
go?
be getting these hair plugs and shit.
Right?
Let
I
that
can't
shit
Hair
believe how
transplants.
we hold on to our hair like that.
Niggas using testicle hair to prolong.
Let that
So
shit
curly, got bangs.
Just let that shit go.
Gluing hair to their head.
Hey,
They are
listen,
doing that. They have the lace fronts now.
Yeah, they do. I told you I can go get a Gumby right now if I really wanted it.
Man wigs.
I can go
Oh
get me a
my
Gumby right
God.
now.
I saw the motherfucker glue the cornrows to the top of his head, and then like he told him just to let his George Jefferson grow out, and he went to and I said, you put this on the internet, nigga, and he fucking tapered it, and they glued the fucking cornrows to the top, and this motherfucker was real proud about that shit. I said, God damn.
What's wrong with that if it make him feel good about itself?
Come a long way.
I'm still trying to figure out what's the process when it's time to like what, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months.
Tell the truth.
When you gotta fucking like, all right, it's time to take the glue off. What the fuck?
It's the same thing when women glue in tracks. 2 to 3 weeks, probably. Same thing.
Shit. And what's the price tag?
Yeah.
Oh, it costs. It costs.
Oh yeah, probably costs more for men, I would think.
It costs. Oh, it's
They
gonna cost
fuck
more
around
for
to
men.
get the wrong hair for the implant. Now you got
It's gonna
fucking
cost.
some weird hair lice from fucking the Middle East, and
I don't know if that's an implant. That's glue.
I'm
That's
talking about
if
the hair they use.
No, that's if the hair is real. That could be synthetic hair. For all we know.
You got
That could be
moose
the
hair.
fake shit. Yeah.
Turn into the
man.
blue beetle and shit.
Well,
my week was cool. We went to the block party on Thursday night. Wife and I had date night. We saw Drew Hill, SWV with Coco's fine ass, and Jodeci, and I laughed.
Were they all there?
All of Jodeci?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hilarious. They were all there.
Oh.
It was hilarious. That
Devontae wasn't holding nobody in the basement.
No, but he wasn't holding nobody in the basement. But the nigga stood on one side of the stage quite often, using his mic as a dingling, pointed at women.
Oh shit!
And they were just. I said, this nigga's in his 50s. They still yelling for him. And then KC, he couldn't stand up straight for longer than 3 minutes at a time. So. And then JoJo looked like he was about to pass out. That nigga was sweating so bad. I said, somebody get this nigga some water.
Leaning on the stool.
We had a good time. I know Jodeci was bad because my wife was like, all right, they did like 3-4 songs. She's like, are you ready to go?
Oh, man, that sucks. Damn.
They didn't even get to the whole set.
How many members with Drew Hill were there?
It was 7 of them niggas there.
Yeah, I remember. I remember last time I saw Drew Hill's picture. I said, "Nigga, that."
Yeah. So
I was like, "Y'all made this up."
Like, wait a minute.
So Cisco explained it. He said what they do is when they do tours like that, because they've been out 25 years, so now they're eligible for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He said so when they do tours like that, they invite anybody who ever's been a member to come back.
Oh, so that way they go and all go into the Hall of Fame.
That's what he said.
I get what he's saying, but that's some stupid shit. Like that shit wasn't on the CD.
Hey, bring his boys along, bro. They
can fly. They can fly out. They don't gotta all be on stage.
Hey,
you're an alternate in the back.
Pretty much everybody was there, but Woody. Everybody was there, but Woody for Drew Hill.
Oh, Woody didn't show up.
No,
so they can't sing the shit with Foxy Brown. That's the reason why my name is Woody. No,
they did the Foxy Brown. So, okay.
Well, yeah, the guy who replaced Woody for
he did terrible. I mean, my wife had me in my feelings because that nigga Jazz started singing, and I said, really? I said, you need to go change your panties? I said, what the fuck's going on here? I said, I'm right here, nigga. I'm right next to you.
You said Jazz?
Yes.
The big guy Jazz?
Yes.
Yeah, he got smooth. He got a voice like butter.
I know that, but I'm saying the big man putting on.
I said,
he doing it. He doing the damn thing.
I said, okay, that's what we do. So I said, all right. I said, wait till Coco hit the stage, nigga. I'm finna act a plumb fool.
How did Cisco look?
Tired.
That's funny. They invited people from the tribute bands.
That nigga said
he wasn't doing all that dancing from Enter the Dragon.
Oh no, he tried.
So he was like Genuine when he was.
He tried. No, he was better than Genuine. Now, Cisco actually did the dance move. They just wasn't as crisp and at the same speed as.
They still on beat though.
He's still on beat.
He's on the 4 and not the 2.
Now let me tell you who wasn't on beat is Casey. That nigga sung lyrics.
Oh yeah. I'm just happy Casey's got out the house.
Fuck. Oh shit.
And my wife said, I bet you $5 he still lift his shirt up. I said, he bet not. I think that bet.
Yeah.
The only one all night that was half naked was Devontae. I said, you knew this nigga was half naked.
Yeah, he's crazy. Excuse me, he's not. I shouldn't say that. That's the wrong verbiage.
But it was a good time. I think it was more enjoyable for me because we sat next to a gay guy and his best friend. So it was this chick and her gay best friend, and they were hilarious to me.
Oh, they was in it?
They were in it. It was hilarious. It was
Hell
cool.
Yeah.
But Hunter, your week?
I didn't do shit.
At work or otherwise?
I don't do shit at work. You know this. You know?
That's true.
What's up, Nick?
You know. I look forward to next week, though. So I got that at least.
What's the next week?
My son comes to town.
Oh, nice. Heck yeah.
Outside of that,
Are you going to substitute him for work days so you don't have to go to work?
Yeah, I'm on vacation.
No, I'm talking about like you're gonna use him as a trade off. He's gonna tag team. They're like, damn, Hunter, you got hair now, man. It's like, yeah.
His son is taller. He can't fit the uniform.
Jesus.
And second off, I love my son, but he can't drive either.
Damn.
So like his dad.
No. I mean, can't drive.
Like he don't drive at all?
Like
he's only driven maybe a handful of times since he was 20 something.
Oh, I thought he was like can't drive like he's doing 110.
So that's why he lives in New York because he can get around better.
No, that's why he ain't never drove, because he lived in New York. He ain't got no reason. He went to college and then went to New York, so there was no reason for him really to drive. So
You ever have a chain snatch?
Hey, Kendall.
Say hi.
why would that happen?
I felt like that should be part of the New York experience.
Yeah.
You gotta have your chain snatched at least
Get
once.
snatched up.
Yeah.
You got to get your chain stolen at least once.
I mean, I feel like that's like a prerequisite for being in New York. Is
I feel no, I don't want that.
You're
snatch
not a
chain. You're not a New Yorker if your chain ain't been snatched.
I was in New York for 7 days. My chain against then I don't wear a chain, so I guess I couldn't snatch it.
No. You're not official New Yorker until you get robbed.
Yeah, or
They rob you with them prices.
Kill a roach with your bare hands.
Amen.
Or some shit like that.
Amen.
Or watch a rat take a whole slice of pizza or some shit.
No, I didn't see a rat take a slice of pizza, but also we saw rats. Nigga,
Yeah, they may.
They sit next to you on the subway.
it's raw daylight. They don't even.
It's like, what's up, Splinter? How you looking?
McFly, you a week?
I didn't do shit still.
Okay, so we on.
But
Okay.
I will say, trying to do a 2K holiday or getaway is different with 3 kids.
Oh yeah.
No.
Couldn't enjoy that shit. Save my life. I said, yeah, this is different.
Especially with a unhappy in that leg cast.
Every time I would get like a 10-minute, I was like, I'll be into it. And like, fuck, that's right. Some guy I know, McFly, released a couple songs, so that was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Alaric likes them.
Did you dance to him?
Yes. Every time he has a tantrum, if I play it, he just stops and he just starts smiling.
That's the win.
So this McFly guy, he's got something. He's a baby whisperer.
A baby whisperer?
Because every time, ain't like clockwork, anytime he threw a tantrum, play that, what's that guy's song? That Stud McFly shit. Calm him down every single time. So anyway, guess we'll get into the shenanigans.
Huh. Damn, did Kevin talk about this week?
He did. Yeah. He started off.
Yeah, he started off.
Man, I'm out of it.
Like always.
Anyway, so first topic. When tempted by outside influences, woman, how do you handle it?
I'll take my ass home.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I was trying to think. I was like tempted in what, but yeah, that's absolutely.
I remove myself from the situation. That's the best thing to do. That's it.
How do you do that at work?
I thought we talked about this one.
Set boundaries.
I don't have that problem at work. I don't deal with nobody.
No.
I think at work is.
I mean, if you're in an office setting, I can see how it could be a little difficult if you're in an office setting. But,
I guess this is a revisit.
Oh, to coming back to it?
Yeah.
I
don't know. I feel like, that seems like the smartest thing to remove from temptation because, that can go bad fast.
Yep.
Well, yeah. But like you said, I'm looking at it more like in an office, like you said, office standpoint. Like you can't get away. You're in the same office. Are you going to, what is your moves?
I'm actually hoping it happens to me in office because I just took this harassment training. I had to take when I came back. So I'm ready to sue. I want somebody to.
You want them to grope you?
They ain't got to touch me to harass. If they can verbally sexually harass me, apparently, according to the training, I'm just, I'm waiting for somebody to say something so I can deem it a hostile work environment. I can sue.
I don't know how well that's applied is in the men's side. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Oh no!
She was undressing me with her eyes.
But I don't
violated.
I don't know how if they shut up, man. You know what I mean?
Well, there's another thing about it too. Is when it happens to men, workplaces don't tend to believe it.
She was staring at my dick.
Yeah, I felt
uncomfortable.
Okay, so I had a friend who. He got fired from a job he had just got. And the girl initiated the shit. Like, nothing happened. They were just talking. And she was asking, he was like, she's just asking me these questions like, oh, like this, do you like this or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yeah, I guess it was just a conversation. And then all of a sudden I'm in HR and they're like, you did this. And he's like, what? I didn't even start this conversation. Like, so that's what I'm like.
Did he get his job back?
Nah, hell no.
And she kept hers?
She kept hers.
Hell yeah, she did.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's where I'm like, damn, that's the tough part.
Right, because you got to learn to move, like not even engage.
Did he wait for her in the parking lot?
I wouldn't answer that because that's a different charge.
I'm gonna feed my family, bitch. No,
I remember us talking about.
You asked about the dick like that.
I remember this one. We had this one. We were talking about this one time. It was a guy at a workplace, and a woman was mad because he wouldn't talk to the women. Remember that? And she made a post about it because she was like, he doesn't talk to us. He'll talk to the other guys, but he won't talk to none of the women. Right. And I'm like, because he probably got burned like that.
Probably.
You know?
Or he got a wife that's crazy.
No, that too. You know, some people like those stabbing wives. So, you know.
Hey, it's love, man. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like.
I don't want to get stabbed to show love.
So how do you do that? Like in that environment though, like do you go to HR and be like, I can't work in this environment because there's temptation going on over here? Not temptation, but like, you know.
In that environment, it's all about I think everything's about self-control. Like you just have to control yourself. Like, I mean, as men, we see other women.
Are we talking about the feeling harassed environment or like just being tempted environment?
Well, not tempted because I'm thinking, does it mean outside influence? The outside influence is the woman trying to infiltrate.
I'm saying like when you said the environment that you're in, like how do you handle it? Are you talking about just in the tempted sense, or like when you're in harassment and you're like, damn, how do I approach this? Like
it'd be more of the harassment or something. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're coming on and you're like, I've already told you all this. Like you're removing yourself. Right. Like that's our initial remove yourself.
I would honestly play the lawsuit.
Right. I was talking about somebody push you one.
If it's harassment at work, I'm definitely doing the lawsuit. I'm going
to be like, hey, man, you guys need to figure this out, or you know, we'll have to talk to a lawyer, and they'll be like, oh, we'll take care of it.
I'm uncomfortable.
Because I don't know if I got to bring a lawyer into this, you know, like I'm gonna feel like discriminated against, and then I don't want to just put this out and leak it to the press, and then you know how you guys do great with press, you know, say nothing else. We got.
So what about if this was like at a gym?
I'd be like, I didn't come to the fucking gym just to have you fucking stare at my dick print for the last hour, like.
But in that case, you can't sue the gym for sexual harassment unless it was a gym employee.
Yeah, that gets tricky.
All you can do is you can report it to the gym manager or workers at the gym and say, "Hey, like this person's I don't feel uncomfortable. Can you talk to them about it?" And they can. I've seen it to where they can remove that person or ask that person to leave.
Oh, you just gotta get loud, bitch! I already told you I got a wife.
Now, that when you say seen a person leave, did they ask a woman to leave or the man to leave?
It's usually a man.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on now. You know damn well they want a woman to leave.
I don't think I've ever seen a woman ever.
It's so wild though. If you're getting harassed and they're like, hey, well, then leave.
Right. Like, that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly
nobody told you to come here.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
Hey, you still at fault, and it's happening to you. They're like, you need to go to a different gym.
The best way you can play it is to I'm telling you, businesses get very, very nervous when you start talking lawsuits, and they be like, wait a minute, we'll take care of it.
Litigation is not their favorite. And they're like, what'd you say? Huh?
Because all they need is that doubt. All they need is the doubt. It doesn't have to be true.
Because they'll fire half the staff to say the law. We don't want these problems.
We prefer not to get the press involved. How about that?
You know, no, like I said, I was watching something and it popped up, and I was like, "That's kind of crazy to be a guy and be on that side of the spectrum to where you're sitting there literally trying to not be in a situation, but nobody believes you, nobody wants to listen to you. You're talking, and you know, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I guess you just gotta leave.
You know."
Some situations, just all right.
Just remove yourself from the situation. That's like 95% of being a man. It's either you have to choose between removing yourself from a situation or causing some type of chaos. And that applies to most situations.
Some people love
I just apply it to jail. Like,
Exactly.
I'm not trying to go to jail.
No, I would definitely say chaos, because chaos would get you witnesses.
Yeah, we still black. We going to jail.
That is very true. Skin color changes a lot of variables.
Yeah, that it does. We know that.
So the next topic. God damn it.
Gin and juice.
How do you teach your kids real world consequences?
Oh, oof.
Oh, I have a couple.
I have a great one. It happened this week. It happened Thursday night. So she was supposed to go to sleep. You know, we went to the concert, like you guys know. And she was supposed to go to sleep at her cousin's house, and we'll pick her up, and then she can sleep in the car so she can get rest. Oh, no. Well, she figured, I'm going to a concert, too. I'm going to stay all night with my cousin. I said, all right. So she went to bed about 1:30 in the morning, and at 6 o'clock, I woke her ass up to go to school.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I said, you still got to go. I'm tired. I still got to go. I told you. You still got to go. I said, you got responsibility. This is what it's like to have responsibility. You still got to go.
How did she fare at school?
She got through the day. It was rough. I could tell she probably napped during recess.
That's what I was yeah. Your kid was sleep.
She
I
probably
don't know what happened there.
I can imagine that phone call. But like,
she
sleeping during that time.
It must have been hot because she killed all her water. They had to give her another bottle. She drank all the water she took, and they gave her a bottle of water. And she got through it. She came home and went straight to sleep. She was knocked out before we hit the corner.
Oh yeah.
So, but I had to teach. I said, you got to really, and you have things, you have priorities you have to do. You have things you have to dedicate yourself to. You got to stay faithful to them, regardless of how hard it is. So it's a lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do what I call life lessons. Sometimes you just got to let these kids do what they do so they can learn. You know. Like
because I explained to my daughter. I said, Daddy didn't have a bad time growing up, because the understanding was I can go to bed at whatever time I want to go to bed, as long as I get up. As long as I got up when I had to get up. So it's pretty much the same policy. And you go, if you want to stay up to midnight, stay up to midnight. I'm not gonna fight you, but at 6 o'clock you're getting up. So just know. Now if you start struggling getting up at 6 o'clock, then I'm gonna have to force a bedtime on you. But I think that's what I try to teach her. Like I'm gonna give you the option to do things the way you want to do them. But if it's not conducive to what we need the end result to be, then that's when we're gonna have to step in and make some ground rules.
Like that.
No, as me, I remember one time my oldest, he was like maybe early teens, and he was like, "Oh, I can eat those hot wings." I was like, "No, you can't." He's like, "Yeah, I can. I eat hot stuff all the time." I was like, "No, don't do it." "Oh, no, you can't tell me I can do it." I was like, "All right, life lesson." Took him right to the hot wing place and said, "Sit down and eat."
I thought you were going to say the hospital.
I think he ate maybe 2 wings, and that was it.
I thought you were going to say he ate them and ended up in the hospital. That's what I thought.
You better than me, because I would have said, I paid for 6. You got 4 more to go.
Well, I mean, it came to like 6 or 8 or whatever, but he only got, I think, maybe 2 of them down before.
I paid for 6. You got 4 more to go.
I wasn't going to.
You're not going to waste no food.
When you see him just change colors and sweating and just, I was like, yeah. But hey, ever since that day, when something's hot, he hesitates. He's like, I don't know if I should.
He got early irritable bowel.
Sometimes you got to let these kids do what they do, and then so they can learn from it. That's
the thing. You got to have faith in that your parenting is working. So you have to let them make the mistake. Let's just see. Give them the choice. See what they're going to do. Yeah. Give them the choice. Let them be who they are, because you want to make sure that they're going to make good decisions when you're not around. So you have to allow them to make decisions while you are around, to see what kind of choices they're going to make when you're not around.
I try to give them outcomes of stuff too first, because you can't control. Like with my oldest, she's gonna be driving soon. And like tell her the seriousness of like what could happen if you make stupid decisions. Like you could kill someone, you go to jail, you could do these things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to, I feel like, put all of the information out there, not just, oh, you driving. You know what I mean? So that's what I try to do. I don't know if that's scares or I guess the world is scary shit. So
And we can say the world is scary. No. But no, I used to love doing those. Right when my boys ask something, I'd be like, life lesson. And usually when I say that, you know it ain't gonna be good.
I find it when we talk about like driving, I always think it's interesting because I guess with having a job as drivers, I tend to notice like when like we'll see an accident and I'm like, you usually, I don't know if it's like some fucking CSI type brain shit for working for Big Brown, but like my brain will deduce happened at an intersection. More than likely someone ran the light. And then like you start like breaking down the scenarios of what happened because like usually someone in the car like, I wonder what happened. And you're like, your brain automatically compute. This happened, that happened because of this. I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, someone ran that light, this happened and that, and this is the cause of that. And like, they're looking at you like, nigga, you don't know everything. You're like, I'm not trying to, like you just did, your brain deduces that. Like 9 times out of 10, when you see something at an intersection, you're going to be like, oh, somebody ran that light. Someone tempted. And it could be on either side. It could be the person who got real antsy and was like, well, the light's about to turn green, floor it. Or the light's about to be red, floor it. Like,
in this day and age, I don't know what it is. People love running lights and stop signs.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
There was a bad accident off of Dominigoni right up here. And it was like 2 fatalities. And it was a big box truck and 4 cars, I think, or 5 cars. And 2 people didn't make it. But like when we drove past it, it was, I wonder what happened. I said, you can tell somebody ran a light. And you can just tell by how they took out a whole light pole. But like somebody ran a light.
Yeah, it was probably doing 80, 85, 90 down to Dominigoni.
Yeah.
People like to drive fast on the road. I don't know. The other night when I was driving, I saw maybe like 10 cars on the side of the road. For whatever reason, I don't know. Some of them were smashed. I saw this Mercedes with the whole front quarter panel, front end smashed, and no other car around. His headlights was on and his lights were flashing. I'm like, did this shit just happen? You know? And I'm like, there was no other car around, but so many cars were smashed.
I told you I saw the scariest shit. It was the car was the back of the car was hanging off the side of the mountain on the 15 going down towards San Diego. And the guy was scared to get out the car. And they were trying to hurry up and get the tow truck to him to pull the car back all the way onto the road. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it's a good thing. I was like, must not be nothing in that trunk and that engine is holding most of that weight in the front because it's a good thing. Like, he probably can't move. If he move and shift the weight, it's a wrap.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It's probably a wrap. I said, and I called my wife. I said, be careful because I don't know what it is about last weekend. I said, they out here. They wilding out here. Like, I've seen... I think it was Monday. I saw 3 or 4 accidents.
Well, that's what I said. This week, I saw a whole bunch of accidents.
It was like during the daytime. It wasn't even like this wasn't during rush hour. This was just regular. And I said, people are just, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
There was a lot of accidents this week. And I mean, not even multiple cars. A lot of them were just single cars, you know. But there was a lot this week. But yeah, driving is, you know, teaching your kids to drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin. Welcome to that.
They be doing donuts in the middle of the night. Like, I just be watching that and I'm just like, damn, what are y'all?
That startup saves lives. That count startup before entering an intersection. Like, that shit saves lives. It saved my life. Like, where you just, before you take off and you see that light turn green, just don't go automatically. Give yourself a count delay.
It's like, I worked with a lady back in Arizona. She lost her daughter. Got that better?
Yeah.
She lost her daughter in a red light like that. So I've always thought that because she was the same age as me. So I was just like, oh yeah, you gotta, because people always, like you said, they always try to run it. So, and like they're driving crazier right now. They're doing like donuts and everything in the middle of the street just for no reason. Like I see that all night.
And that's the sad thing. Some life lessons cost you your life. I don't think people don't realize that. Like you should just. Some things are important. You should listen because you know you know, I mean, I get it. I was young too. I had the mindset like, oh, you don't know everything, you know. But discernment, man. You got to have discernment.
Just,
Mhm.
but so with
Go ahead.
so you got one with life lessons is just letting them figure it out. You're figuring out the driving and teaching. Mo, you said the sleeping.
Responsibility.
I honestly just I don't know. It's I guess it's on a case by case basis as far as
Yeah.
how you approach it. But like the one thing I tend to do is like when dad suddenly starts not doing shit, you want to know why. This is a consequence of why. And when you start feeling like you're entitled to have it instead of realizing that you have to earn it, like
Yeah.
because not everything's going to be handed to you, and that's a big life lesson I think kids have to understand because we want to give them everything, but in the same token, you have to let them understand that they're going to have to earn a lot of shit in this life. Nothing's going to be handed to them. And like, so when certain situations come up and they're going, oh, I'm just supposed to get that. Dad's going to give that to me. No, Dad's not, because you have to earn that. That's a privilege. That's not a necessity. So.
Yeah, the moment you think I'm going to give you something, I'm not going to give it to you.
Yeah. I like.
I mean, one thing we started doing is we used to do the whole countdown. I'm gonna count to 3. We stopped that. We say it twice. After twice, boom, consequence. And you keep moving, boom, second consequence. It's on you. Now you're doing it to yourself because you know the program. You know, so it's like today. I was gonna take her to the movies today, but she showed her ass. She lost it. And I told her, I said, well, Daddy was going to take you to the movies on the weekend, but since you're doing this, we're not going. What? I said, yeah, you lost your surprise. So, I mean, I said, you have to understand that your actions are a direct reflection of what you're going to be able to do and what you're going to be allowed to do.
You know,
Like, you
I'm
have to
gonna love
understand
watching
that.
you guys in the teenage years.
I'm not worried about teenage years. I'm not worried about it. But
I
it's
can't
like,
wait to see that.
Also, a couple weeks ago, we had a teacher about perseverance because gymnastics was getting kind of hard for her, and she was struggling learning some new techniques, and she was like, I can't do it. I said, you can do it. That's what the practice is for. That's why you go to practice. And she was really down on herself because she would see other girls doing it, and she's like, I just can't get it. But we had to kept telling her, you need to practice. When you go home, practice. If you really want to do it, if you go home and you practice, you'll get it. And sure enough, it took her longer than the other girls, but now she got it down. And now it's on to the next move she's trying to do. So I think as when you have kids, especially like us three, we have little kids, it's going to be a constant. You're constantly got to teach them things. Because one thing I don't want her to be a quitter. I don't want things to get hard and then she just be like, well, things are hard, so I'm done. So I don't want that. No, you're gonna go. You're gonna try. You're gonna keep trying till you succeed.
Yep. I like that too.
So segueing, is the high expectation of your kids premeditated resentment?
Resentment on who? Ourselves?
Or you mean you personally not achieving what you wanted to, and now you want to expect your kids to do better?
Nigga, you made the question. I'm just
Did I? Did I?
What the fuck? What are you asking me for?
I be pulling shit out there, Rod. It ain't nothing. I hear something and I think it sounds good and whatever. I mean, I never had no resentment or no whatever you want to say towards mine. All I ever wanted was you to never end up in jail and have a job.
I don't think I can take from what the question asked was like the expectation that you placed on them is because you couldn't do the shit kind of thing. Like,
no. Well, like, how some people have, when they put their kids in certain things because they weren't able to do it, and then they start pushing their kids.
So here's the question. Is the resentment come in when they do it better, way better than you could?
Yeah.
Probably good, I mean, if
they're really good at this. What the fuck?
If you were playing, like, say, baseball and you were mediocre, then your kid
and
gets
he's nice with it,
and he nails it, I bet you there's some parents who will have some resentment towards it. You
I would
know?
be proud. I'm like,
You should.
but I would over indulge on how nice I was just to soften the blow from my own ego. Like, yeah, I was doing that too. Shit.
Come on, we don't need we LeVar.
Don't do that.
LeVar Bar is one. We got to know. We don't need another one.
Yeah, don't do that.
We don't need another one.
You don't be out there that one day. You're like, oh, I just got dunked on. Like shit.
Like you said, you playing basketball with your kids, and you realize, damn, my kids got really good, and I'm not as good as I used to be.
Yeah, you should put them between your legs and dunk too. Yep. I was doing that. That was me too.
I don't know if that moment like sucks or if it's cool. Like when you finally get that point on your dad. Like I remember when I felt my dad, I was like, oh, this nigga can't guard me. Like I knew he knew, and I was like, I don't know if I feel bad.
Can you read the question one more time? What was it?
The high expectations you have on your children. See, that's where I'm confused. Is the high expectation part?
And the high expectations you put. The high expectation of your kids is a premeditated resentment.
Oh, I would say I don't have high expectations. I have standards. There's a standard you're going to have to meet.
And I guess the question would be: Is it a standard you abide by, or is it a standard going above and beyond?
You got the same standards that were put on me when I was your age. There's standards.
That's a standard. When I read it, I was like, well, the only thing I can assume is like when you would be like, hey, you're supposed to be this nice at something, and they're actually they exceed that. Now you're resenting, like, motherfucker, you're not supposed to be better than me. I mean, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I mean, no, there's definitely a standard. There's no resentment. I mean, I want her. I mean, my whole goal is for her to be better than us. That's what I would want. I don't see her being better than me as a bad thing. I want her to be better than me.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. I'd be proud. I would over embellish on how good I was just to soften my own ego. You know, it's like, I was doing that too.
I think I would just remove ego out of it because at that point, I think it get to a point to where it's no longer about you. It's just about the child. It's just about.
That's in my personal time when they ask me a question, acting like I'm supposed to know, and I'll be like, oh. I think I was doing that too.
I see now what I have to do is I have to curb her ego because if she gets something down too good, then she starts feeling herself. I'm like, hold slow up, you got a long way to go.
We've had this conversation before, Maurice. Like I'm already predicting the future here, but with Andreas and Alaric and the girls, they be doing this to you too, right? Like these girls be throwing it at you like this, right? Back in your day, I was like, yeah, I had it like that too.
my pager was full.
Yeah, they were. Oh, that's when you instantly hit. Shit!
No.
Yeah, no, it's a standard. There's no resentment there. This is just a standard, and I think every household has a standard that's required. Like there's things that you're not going to tolerate your kids being below this because this is what is expected of you. Like this.
Yeah, but I mean, there's some households too that push their kids and make their kids do something even though they don't want to do it. You know,
I know a lot of households, but again, that's just that standard of that household. And
you ever see the families where it's either like the parents, like you can clearly tell they're like pushing their kid through like doing something because they know that like they reap the reward too. Like if they're really good at a sport, like they'll push them to be really good at that sport, hoping like that they get the payout too. Like on some blindside shit, there's a turn.
Michael Orr.
Right. No, I think what triggered me that question for me was I was listening to something and she, it was a lady, and her parents told her, you can either be an engineer or a doctor. You can't be nothing else.
Well, that's common in most African houses.
Right.
They want you to be they want you to go to fields in which they deem to be successful people go into.
Right.
Middle Eastern as well.
Yeah. So you get forced into something that you want to do, and it's like, why though? You know, but
because there's a lot of money in that, and it's a respectable field.
The parent is just thinking about their child's future. They want their child to be in a position where they won't need for anything.
And it's a very respectable field too. It's something that it's also bragging rights for them.
Right,
Like
but we also
you go
know
to
when you force somebody to do something they don't want to do, it doesn't usually work out to you.
they go to the family functions and go, guess what my kid is? A doctor.
Yeah. Meanwhile, your kid
No,
hates being
no,
a
he got
doctor,
9 lawsuits.
you know. And then I think that's what triggered that question because,
I
like
just
you
think if
said,
you hate
now,
being a doctor, you're not going to make it through medical school.
well,
Now,
you
if you're
might make it
smart,
through
you might
medical
be
school because
smart.
your parents just pushed you to go through it. I mean, there's people who do things like that.
Imagine the parent that invested all that time and money into their kid being a doctor or a lawyer, and he turned out to be a DJ.
All right, you got to.
But here's a kicker: in this day and age, that DJ is making just as much as that fucking doctor.
Sometimes
If he's
more.
nice, he's
Sometimes
good.
more.
Yeah, like, and they're like, "Are you still resenting that shit?" Then, like,
Yes.
I
In
think-
those households, they'll shut him. Like,
It's like
do
the
you know
rapper
how much
Toby.
he's making?
It's like the rapper Toby. He said he's Nigerian, and he said that when he told his mom, when he told his parents he wanted to be a rapper, his parents asked him, well, why does he hate them? Because they wanted him to be a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer. And he was like, but I want to be a rapper. So it's like,
why do you hate me?
right. And he was like, it pretty much wasn't until I got to a point where I was successful that they understood and that they believe in me. So now they cool with him being a rapper now because he's successful. But I mean, I get it. It's just, I think as parents, we're always worried about the future of our kids.
Yeah.
Because we want to know that eventually they're going to get to a place to where not only are they self-sufficient, but they have a life in which they can maintain themselves. And where they don't have to necessarily rely on anyone, especially if you have daughters. You don't want your daughter to have to be relying on anyone just to survive. You want to be able to, you want her to be capable to make it on her own. And you want your sons to be able to, stand on their own 2 feet and be men. So I think it's just always the nagging. I think part of that is pride. Part of it's like, okay, I want to make sure that I raise upstanding people that can be, contributing members to society. Part of that's pride. And then part of that is actual concern for the child.
And only a 1% of resentment, depending on the circumstance. Maybe, like they're like a foot taller than you or something. So you make them play basketball.
That happens a lot.
I don't know. Like I said, I know I got the oldest ones in the thing, and I didn't push my kids to go either way with their life. All I really hope was that you just didn't become a bum. That was it. Because as long as you can take care of you, your family, and do what you got to do, that's all I ask.
I can open up to you guys, right?
No,
Yeah, of course.
Nah.
So, like, I was manscaping this week. Manscaping. And I found, gray hairs under my balls.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt old, like, instantly. Like, I was like, when did this get here? And I said, oh, God. And then I realized my birthday's in 2 months or 2 weeks. And I was like, shit. Like, I just felt old.
Sir.
Yeah,
it's just a gray hair. Don't feel bad.
Your balls ain't
There wasn't
sagging
just
yet like
one.
that. You ain't sitting on them yet.
Sir.
It was a crop. They were hanging out.
Have you sat on them yet?
I will just say
I've been
this.
sitting on my balls since I was 15. I got big balls, Kevin. They're long.
I would just
hanging like super low.
I'm gonna just say this. This patch of gray in my beard is not the only place I have patches of gray.
It just threw me because I was like, what the fuck? Like, how did it get this bad? My manscaping, I missed this shit.
Right. You want to hear a tip?
No.
Hey, don't. I'm going to say, just don't.
Not from you.
Don't get just men. Or
did you?
I was going to say, just don't let it grow.
Try to dye your balls.
Don't let it grow as long as you won't see the gray hairs no more.
That's all. Keep it short.
Super short.
Or pluck.
I use a razor.
What'd you say?
What? Hold on. Whoa.
What?
That's a bad idea.
Oh no,
it's a bad idea.
Did I hear that? Did he say I use a razor?
Yes.
On your sensitive area?
Yes.
You a different breed.
Both of them.
Yeah, I got too much balls to do that.
Ooh, that hurt me just thinking about it. I can't fuck around cutting myself.
I've been doing it for over 20 years.
How many nicks you? Never mind. I shouldn't ask that.
The only time I ever really have to worry about a nick is if it's like a brand new blade, and I won't let a brand new blade touch my balls now.
So what you do? You just run it on the carpet for a while, or?
No,
he
no.
uses,
Actually,
he uses it on his head and his face for a couple months. Then he put it.
no. Hey, my
get
blade
here?
that shaves. Hey,
That
Kevin.
was such a wholesome episode. How did we get here?
Fuck Kevin. Fucking Kevin.
Kevin, the blade does everything, bro. That same blade is upstairs and downstairs.
So same time.
Yeah,
Like-
sometimes, yeah.
You ever go backwards?
Hold on.
Oh, I go against the grain. Yes, I do.
No, I mean you ever go nuts first, then face?
No.
I was thinking the same shit, guys.
No. But I mean, if I did it and then I had to go back to my face, I wouldn't have a problem because you know why? My dick is clean.
I'm intrigued. Do you shave your asshole? Since we already here.
No.
But can we get out of here, Kevin? Can we get out of here? Let's not go deep.
Kevin, I would tell it, bro. I would tell it, and they know I will. So
That's
Oh
not,
my God.
No.
You have that kind of flexibility?
How far back you go? Like you get the gooch?
right from the taint up.
Oh, the tank. Oh,
Do
you are wild.
Do you put your leg up on
No. I
just-
like I said,
how
I've
are
been doing it for years. I know how to do
you
it.
going to the back? You doing this or what? I'm
No.
confused.
Everything's from the
Are
front.
you lifting the whole taint up? Like you coming up from up here?
I
Like
lift the balls up there, and I
I'm
just
gonna
shave on
have a moment of transparency as well. The reason I don't shave is because of that. Hit that taint, and I was like, oh.
No, it's not that bad. Don't be scared.
No, it hurt. It hurt for a while. That shit stung when you sweat, like everything.
How did we get here?
Sorry, I was supposed to leave.
fuck.
I will admit this. In my older age, I'm getting tired of using a razor though, so I have not looked into.
Oh my
You
God.
can get some. There's some cream you can use that don't burn. It's
Nah,
You can get
it's for bodybuilders. It's for
from
bodybuilders.
significant others. They feel
That's a lot
comfortable
of
doing
that's a
that.
lot of trust. That's a whole lot of trust.
Now,
you
my
better not
You
make
better
it
not
happen.
piss them off. Yeah, like that.
My question is, have y'all ever shaved anybody else?
No.
No.
Um,
Why are you saying so excitedly?
Yeah, like you said.
Well, I can't. I need context. Just say.
Oh no, never mind. That's a lie. You lying. I'm lying.
Shave contact like shave anybody else where?
But it wasn't like you made it like
what he means.
But you made it like it was a sexual thing. This was a sexual thing.
No. I mean,
The way you said it was.
Oh no,
Yeah, like,
no.
y'all have the shit.
I mean, when my grandfather was older, I shaved his face for him because he couldn't do it himself anymore.
Nah,
But
he meant.
no. No.
Get some pudding.
No.
Making sure she gets the super close shave.
Oh yeah, you know.
Oh man.
Put his initials in it.
That's a lot of trust. A whole lot of trust.
I said, don't piss off that significant other because that
With me
gets
and
kind of bad.
with me and the razor blade, I've been shaving for so long that I can shave. Period. I can shave with my eyes closed.
I knew you was gonna say. I knew your old ass was gonna say that.
Mhm.
This is a Michael Jordan closed eyes at the free throw moment.
Yeah.
Is that a flex?
It might be. You know.
It's like
Hey,
rolling,
man,
rolling the blood with one hand.
I could shave my balls with my eyes closed. How did you figure that out?
Why did you do that?
Like what situation? Say, I wonder.
The power went out, but I had to shave my nuts still.
Look at Maurice.
Sorry, we were supposed to leave.
I'm out.
We were supposed to leave.
I'm out.
Let's just say I didn't need a vasectomy. Like, wait, what?
I'm out. I'm out of it. I'm just tapped out.
You know,
Gave
there's
myself
nothing
my
wrong
own
with keeping your
vasectomy.
downstairs the way you like to keep your downstairs.
Patchy?
Not mine. Mine's smooth. My downstairs like the upstairs, just smooth.
Well, how did
Sweaty?
you say that?
Sweaty? Wait,
Sometimes
why am I?
it do when I'm at work.
Why am I in this?
Oh my God.
Well, yeah.
So I'm glad I can come to you guys in confidence and talk about my.
You just came to the world in confidence.
If we can't do it here, then why do it at all?
Right. You know, we might be able to help somebody, do something
Because
they've been
I'm
wanting
sure
to do
it's
for a
like
while.
a few listeners said, nigga, I was going through the same thing. I saw the white hair or the gray hair and was like, what the fuck?
What's that shit called? I won't promote nothing, but there's some cream.
Rogaine?
No, there's some cream for your nuts for men. It don't
Just
burn them.
like to dye them?
It'll get you, it's to get you smooth as eggs, like Chappelle said. Smooth as eggs.
The dial?
You dip it in there like Easter eggs, like you just...
That's probably a thing, to be honest.
You just dip them. You just kind of drop into them.
The mustache for men when they come in the color?
Just for men.
Just for men.
Just for balls.
Downstairs.
Just for balls.
When you want to keep it looking young.
Hey, we got a product here. Just for balls. Someone's going to come up with this. Just dip.
I hope they don't, because people going to walk around with their ball hair out.
I can see that being a challenge. How low can you go? With that being said, this has been episode 112 of the Heavyweight Podcast. Again, I am Studded McFly. One more time with these three guys.
I'm definitely Kevin Wendell after that conversation. No more lip drip. Fuck that.
It might be dripping for a different reason now.
Fuck all that.
Close cuts. Close shaves.
It's your boy Mo Lethal.
And they call me Hunter.
Till next time. Peace.
Peace.
Uno.
It's a wrap. That's all she wrote, folks. Thanks for tuning in once again. You can check us out on all streaming platforms. Click like, subscribe, leave some comments. You know what I'm saying? Is it Monday yet? Hello. Every Monday you got new episodes, so tune in. Have a blessed one.